Hi Libra, this is your ex-partner reading for April going into May. As usual, 2 rows. You are on this side and your ex-partner is here. And we have a card at the centre. But also this month, I've decided to do a part over here. I'm using the Rider Waite and I've taken out all 4 kings from each suit, okay? Please don't worry about the gender. So we have a King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords and King of Cups. And I've laid a card with each king. Now over here, this is a message for those of you that are in a relationship, okay? But if that is not the case for you, then please apply this to the ex-partner. Extra information for you and your ex, okay? So, Libra, the card that you have at the centre is Justice. So look, Justice can be, and I say a simple because, you know, for me, justice is not a simple card or a simple message by any means. But justice can simply mean wanting to be treated fair, okay? Wanting those scales balanced. So, you know, maybe while you and your ex-partner were together, there was this imbalance. Maybe you felt that you were treated unfairly. Maybe your ex-partner feels that way because it can always go vice versa. But also with justice being there, it can sometimes talk about a divorce. Because justice obviously can talk about a court of law. So maybe it's here to suggest that some of you are actually going through a divorce, or maybe you've already become divorced. Now, the card that you've got at the top, Libra, is the King of Wands. Now, this could very well be to suggest that your ex-partner may very well be a fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, but for some of you that could be the case. But, you know, maybe the King of Wands being there is there to suggest some of the qualities that you are taking on in this month. But the thing is, you see, the King of Wands, he is very passionate. He's very fiery, very independent, yes, very loving and very caring, but he is also very good looking, okay? He gets attention from people, and not just from his looks, but from personality as well. So, you know, Libra, is that how you are feeling this month? Are you feeling extra confident? Or, as I said, is this talking about your ex-partner? I think for the majority of you, it will be your ex. Over here for your ex, they have the 10 of Cups. Now, yes, the 10 of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment, contentment, okay? It doesn't get better than the 10 of Cups. But I feel that this 10 of Cups isn't so much talking about how your ex-partner is feeling at this moment in time. I think it's here to suggest how they felt before, when you two were together, before the breakup. Now, moving down, Libra, you have the 8 of Cups. And as I always point out with the 8 of Cups, one more cup, you would get the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So when we get the 8 of Cups, we're talking about a situation, a relationship that was not all bad. You managed to get 8 cups, managed to give 8 cups. But we're talking about how there was something lacking or something missing. And no matter what either of you did, you wasn't able to find that missing cup. So the Eight of Cups can definitely be the energy of walking away. Sometimes it's a temporary energy, okay? Because sometimes we need time apart. Sometimes we separate and then we realise we've made a mistake. We realise that the relationship wasn't all bad. And then sometimes, if we're lucky, we're able to reconnect and come back together. On your ex's side, they have the Five of Wands. Now look, Five of Wands, yes, it can talk about competition. Is there other people that are competing for your ex-partner? Does your ex-partner feel that they have competition when it comes to you? Did that competition take place while you were together? But also, the Five of Wands can talk about conflict. Not this type. The thing with the Five of Wands is it's more about people not listening to each other. So, you know, both of you trying to get your point of view across and neither of you listening to the other. But also, the Five of Wands can talk about internal struggles. How your ex may very well be going through some internal issues, some internal struggles at the moment in connection to this breakup. Now, Libra, down the bottom here we have three cards. We have the Eight of Swords for you. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Three of Wands. So, the Eight of Swords, mental imprisonment, keeping ourselves bound to a person or a situation. The Eight Swords are not preventing the lady in the card from movement. She is doing that herself. Sometimes it can come from fear, how there's an element of fear attached to moving on. If we're talking about coming out of a relationship, especially a long-standing one or a marriage, then obviously it is frightening because we may have to think about relocating our home. We have to think that there may very well be less money, you know. So financially it can impact us as well. But sometimes it can be to do with our feelings and our emotions. But the thing with the Eight of Swords is at some point the blindfold is going to have to come off and the lady is going to have to move. She cannot stay in that position forever. So, the Seven of Wands. This is, yes, being on the higher ground, but feeling the need to defend oneself. So look, is it the case here, Libra, that for some of you, you ended the relationship, not your ex? And the Eight of Swords is more representative of their energy, how they're the ones that are stuck. They're the ones that are struggling to move forward. And the Seven of Wands may be you defending your decision. Now, the Three of Wands, as we know, we had to have come from the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is the crossroads. Which path do we go down? When we get to the 3, we've made the decision. And now we're waiting to see results. See, this, I feel, could go one of 2 ways here, Libra. For some of you, this 8 of Swords is you stuck. 7 of Wands, other people telling you that you need to move on. But you defending the fact that at the moment you don't feel able to. The 3 of Wands, the decision has been made by you that you are hoping for a reconnection, a reconciliation. And now, you know, with the 3 of Wands, you're waiting to see what happens. And that 8 of Cups could very well be there to signify that it was your ex that moved on. It can go one of 2 ways here. Now, on your ex's side, they have the 10 of Pentacles, they have the Hermit, and they have the 3 of Swords. So when I see the 10 of Pentacles, for me, that's my family card. Quite often we can be talking about extended members of the family. We can definitely be talking about a shared home, shared finances. When I see the 10 of Pentacles and we have justice, I do often think that we can be talking about a divorce, where there has to be a dividing of finances and property. Then we have the Hermit. Now the Hermit is the card where 2 aspects. One, where we need to go within ourselves, to reflect, to do some soul searching, to find the answers. But the only way we can find the answers that we're seeking is to go within. But sometimes the Hermit also can talk about isolation, but also cutting somebody off. How, you know, the other person has become like a hermit to you, in the sense that they don't contact you, they don't respond to any messages, they kind of cut you off completely. So that could be there to say that maybe you've done that to your ex, or maybe your ex has done that to you. Or if your ex is going through internal struggles, maybe they need a time out with the Hermit to reflect and to do soul searching. But the 3 of Swords, now, you've heard me say lots of times that I sometimes feel the 3 of Swords is the need to get to the heart of the matter. And through that, we need communication. So that could be the case here, Libra, that to be able to resolve anything here, both of you are gonna have to talk to each other. But also, the 3 of Swords can talk about pain, sadness, heartbreak. And maybe that's why there is the need there with the Hermit to go within oneself, to be able to reflect, soul search, and hopefully heal from that energy of the 3 of Swords. This is a difficult one, Libra, because I almost want to say I don't see a reconciliation. But the thing is, for a very small proportion of you, there could be an opportunity here. But I don't think it will be easy. And I think it's going to require a lot of work. Right. Moving over this side. So look, Libra, if you're in a relationship with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if not, and it is to do with your ex, we have the Five of Cups here. So look, if you're in a relationship with a fire sign, the Five of Cups, it can talk about focusing on emotional loss, something that we have emotionally invested in. But also, for me, the Five of Cups, see, with the Three of Cups, it deals with friendships. And when I look at the Five of Cups, I often look at the fact that there's 3 cups here. So look, is it that for some of you, Libra, there's been a disconnect with a very special friendship in your life? And it may not be anything to do between you and the person you're in a relationship with. This is something involving you and a friend. That could be the case here, and maybe the friend is a fire energy. But also with that Five of Cups there, sometimes it can talk about a third party. That may be the case. There is still 2 cups standing. And whomever it is it the fire sign or is it you that needs to now focus on the 2 cups that are left standing? Sometimes the Five of Cups can talk about remorse. So either one of you feeling that the need to make an apology or wanting an apology, or there can be regret about actions that were taken or actions that were not taken. Moving down, if you're in a relationship with a earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or like I said, ex-partner is an earth sign, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So look, if the ex-partner is the earth sign, then I don't feel that there would be a reconciliation. The Nine of Pentacles often talks about a single person. And it often talks about a single person that is very much focusing on their own success, their business, their finances, their home, creating that, building that up. But if you're in a relationship with a King of Pentacles, it may very well be to suggest that at the moment, it could be you, but it could definitely be them, that they are working very hard, that they are focusing on their work and their finances. And maybe at the moment you feel a little bit neglected, but don't fear or worry, because it's a temporary situation, but they're just trying to build up their finances, their career. You know, they may be wanting to climb the career ladder, but so I wouldn't worry too much about that. If you're in a relationship with an air sign, so maybe another Libra or a Gemini, Aquarius, or again, ex-partner is an air sign, you have the World. Now look, the World card is the end of a chapter in our lives. It's the end of a cycle. One door closes, a new door opens. So look, it could suggest here that if you're in a relationship with an air sign, maybe, just maybe for some of you, there could be the closing of a door. But look, that most definitely would be for those of you that already know the end is coming. It's not going to be a sudden end, okay? For that, I would expect to see the Tower. It could be for some of you that are in a relationship that you're travelling, that maybe you're going to, other countries, because sometimes that can be the case with the World card. For those that this is ex-partner, then I don't see a reconciliation. I see that chapter of your life is coming to an end. If you're dealing with a water energy, King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, then we have Ace of Wands. For me, this can be the most passionate card in the tarot. The Ace offers a new beginning. So if you're in a relationship with a water energy, maybe there's going to be a little bit of passion injected back into the relationship. Maybe you're going to have a passionate weekend away. If it's ex-partner, then the potential there is to maybe have a reconciliation, but be careful that it's not just a temporary meet-up, especially if you are wanting something more stable. Okay, that is your reading, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon and take care. Bye.